Yo. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by your boy, Kenny.
And I'm back again. I guess you guys really like me.
Man in the chair, Shane Husky. Welcome to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, Monday Night Mayhem. Look, guys, I got to tell you, it's been a rough week for me. Rough 24 hours for me. I had a death in the family, so I'm kind of not all
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
Thanks very much, man. But I'm here tonight with you guys and the lovely Alexis Amore. If she could ever get her shit together, she's in the green room right now, ladies and gentlemen. Landscape mode. Let's see. There's no video. I still don't see a video of her. Let me bring her in because she hears us talking shit about her. her not being tech savvy. It's all good though. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think it's working.
Well,
we're live. Not working out for me.
We're live right now, and the only thing I don't see is your pretty face.
You guys saw other things earlier, so let's try this. The third time is a charm.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Oh, well, she's gone again. We're here once again on Monday nights for Monday Night Mayhem, and as you can tell, it's been a day already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. Let's get into this Monday Night Raw real quick. Tell us, like Shane, you're the man in the chair. Pull up the information from Raw because that's your job. Kenny, what's up with you, my man? Like, let's talk. Let's shoot the shit real quick.
Yeah, so I just finished watching Monday Night Raw and highly disappointed for the 3 hours that I spent here watching this. You would think them having like this, celebration of their 1500 episode that they had. They didn't do any announcements. It just looked like a throwaway episode. I was just like, what was going on? I was sitting there with my co-host and I was just like, what the hell was this? Like, we was more interested in the commercials than anything else.
Man, I don't know what to say about Raw, man. Raw is a really waste of time.
Mm-hmm. We do it though for the people out there.
I don't understand though. Like, here's my thing. Like this is like, yes, it was me. This is like the 1500th or 15,000th or something like episode.
1500 of episodes of
so
Monday Night Raw.
It's like the biggest, like one of the biggest milestones in the history of like the whole thing, and they didn't give a shit about commenting about it. I mean, you can say you see it all over social media, but I mean, that's right. That slap fight though. Look, let's get into it. Let's talk about the first match. Shane, what was the first match that you want to talk about?
First match. Oh my god. The first match was a tag team non-title match for the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy. Thank you, as they called themselves.
Now, surprisingly, in my opinion, that was a decent match. That was
It really was. It was
a
really
good match. The meantime, you get Chad Gable in the ring, it's fucking awesome. So let's just call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the way they're booking it now. It's going to be a triple threat tag team title match and next week, and it's like I don't know. What do you think, Kenny?
I mean, the simple fact that they had the Street Profits once again go on and not be a part of a tag team match is just ridiculous. Like, how many times are we gonna see these guys and they haven't even gotten a title match yet? And now it looks like in 2 weeks we're gonna get Randy Orton and Riddle again, and now we have like this new tag team of Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Like,
well, I feel like it's just a waste. I call Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, challenging for the tag team titles because, quite honestly, they are just too good to not be involved in any type of situation when it comes to a championship in the WWE. But the whole WrestleMania, Kevin Owens hating Texas, the Steve Austin, the Stone Cold Steve Austin thing, and that's all suggestive, I guess. And it's supposed to happen. It's gonna happen. It might happen. quite honestly, I don't care. I mean, you've made it to where I don't care about anything cool that you could possibly be doing. And then you got the
Right.
Miz trolling everyone on Twitter.
He
The
was
WWE
definitely
trolling
trolling tonight,
everyone.
though.
Oh, you seen that with the whole? He's like his partner is dashing.
Dashing.
I
Dash.
laughed. I laughed when he did that.
My voice.
Yeah, I mean, it was also funny because if you watched Being the Elite today, the very first opening, you got the Bucks and they're talking like, yeah, man, I can't believe this right here is what I have to say. She got it right. This right here is what I hold on, let's do this.
And it's still not working.
Nope, you're perfect.
You got it.
Yeah,
You got
No,
it.
you're good. It's right there.
Good.
Don't touch
There
nothing.
you go. See,
Hey.
Don't touch
I was
anything
like-
else.
Because this iPhone is not working. So I'm glad I made it work.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks
for
Welcome,
your
Alexis
patience.
Amore, to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast here live on bodyslam.net. Always a pleasure to have you on, my friend. How have you been?
Oh, same. Thank you so much for having me, and thanks for putting up with my technical difficulties. It's been a long day, and I'm like, the last thing I need right now is for this fucking thing not to work.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's happened to me. So
Hey, as I always say, you're not a true streamer if you don't have technical difficulties.
mhm.
I am not, to be honest. Now that things are getting kind of back to normal, and
Right.
we're gonna be able to do things. A lot of people are like either coming to me to do interviews. I know through the pandemic we got so used to like Zoom and like Skype and all that good
Mhm.
stuff.
Right.
Which, hey, I have nothing against it. It's great.
Right.
But you go out of your way to buy like little gadgets here and there, and then that shit fucks up.
Man,
Things just don't
yeah.
work.
she talks
Trust
about
me.
buying gadgets. Here I am with 5 fucking ring lights,
I
3
have one,
monitors.
and I'm always like, oh my
I
god,
don't
this is
even
not
need a ring
working.
light.
I have like 2 phones for God's sake. That one is shit. So,
One for the
but
bros,
it's
one
all
for the
good.
hoes.
I'm here, and I'm happy that that I'm on your show again. Thank you for having me.
Oh, always. Let me tell you something, guys. I've known this lady for a very long time, and I've known that. Oh, bring your camera down because all we see is your
There you go.
chin.
I try
and
to hear.
Yeah.
All I see. Oh, yeah. I was say. All I see is the chin right now.
Yeah.
Now I see the glasses and the smile.
Yeah. Back up. There we
you go,
go.
right there.
All right. Woo. All right.
I was trying to make sure that my ear thing works.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Your earbuds. So I'm like I said, I've known this lady for a pretty long time. And it's really funny because I met her through a friend, and I kind of knew her before that.
Mhm.
But what I did, and I knew she was a big wrestling fan, loved
Right.
the WWE, loved just loved all types of like sports entertainment. But what I didn't know is that she actually is going to start participating in professional wrestling.
Okay.
As a matter of
Now I
fact,
hear.
Oh, nice.
she made her pro wrestling debut.
Hello.
Can you
Now
hear
we
us
hear
now?
you.
Very good.
Now
She
I
made
can
her
hear
pro
shit.
wrestling debut 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice. What promotion?
I'll let her answer that when she comes back.
You're gonna take this off.
See, it's because she has an iPhone. That's what it is.
Oh, come on. I have an
there
iPhone.
she goes.
Hey, don't hate on the Apple. Don't hate on Apple. I got an iPhone right here.
Hey,
I got an
Apple
iPhone too.
sucks. Apple
Yeah.
sucks.
No.
I got the Samsung S22
Ooh.
Ultra right
Let me
now.
tell you something.
It's downloading the gimmick.
Oh.
Before I got like my whole setup with the microphone and the cameras and all the lighting and a actual laptop, everything was done on my phone. All my interviews were done on my phone.
You're a lucky man.
You can do a lot with just a phone.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
I did-
now that I got the
editing,
Samsung
everything.
S22 Ultra, I can do everything with it. Let's see what these comments have to say. No. Oh
That's
no! What happened?
That's one of my that's my co-host show.
Yo, show. She'll be back. She'll be back. Like I said, so she actually debuted in she did a thing with Stan Styles, who does Intergender
Mhm.
Wrestling,
Okay.
Wow.
and she did it in California in the venue that I wrestled the night before, which was the weekend before, which is really weird. So we keep passing like ships in the night when it comes
Right.
to pro wrestling. So I mean, she's fucking awesome, man. She's a good person. She's a good person inside and out. You know what I mean? So like
Mhm.
like her love of professional wrestling is so awesome. When she gets back on, we'll talk about it. So let's go back to this shitty episode of Monday Night Raw. or as I like to call it, really awful wrestling,
Hmm.
or now
No,
really awful
no,
writing.
we already acknowledged that it's really awful writing.
I don't want to
Yeah.
acknowledge shit right now from WWE, but we're going to talk about it because that's what we get. That's what we're here to do. So first and foremost, Brock Lesnar comes out looking like
a
the
cowboy, the ultimate
Marlboro
farmer.
Man.
Looking like new money. I love
Farmer
that sweater,
in
by the
Dallas.
way.
New money. Brock is excited, man. I
I love this Brock.
love this Brock
Mhm.
Lesnar right now. Like I wasn't like a Brock Lesnar fan
Right.
per se, and shit. Brock Lesnar is money, man. He is 1000% new money. The shit that he's doing right now, he's having fun.
Yeah, and you can tell he's having fun. He's like going into the crowd. He's giving high fives to kids. He's letting them touch the title. He's taking selfies with people. He's grabbing their cell phones just to take pictures with them. Like he's having a blast. Like, and I think that this is just him saying having fun, saying hi to the people, because after WrestleMania, we're not going to see Brock Lesnar anymore. Until you have to break that glass.
Who knows?
You
And
have
you
the time of your life.
He might be here for the run. He might be here like, yo, I'm gonna be here for like the next like 2 years. I signed a 2-year contract.
He'll be with the company for 2 years, yeah. But I don't think I think he's just gonna go away right now after Mania. Like he's just gonna do what he's getting paid to do right now, which is to hype up the crowd, try and get people in to go to WrestleMania, and then drop the title to Roman, let him be the big bad tribal chief that we all know he is right now. And that's it. He's going to be the only one holding titles because the Usos are going to lose their titles at WrestleMania.
Okay. So I called this a week and a half ago about the way things were going with the Usos and with this whole thing with tag titles. Let's talk about this. Paul Heyman comes out, and Paul Heyman says, I know where you're going to be Saturday, so on and so forth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you real quick. The Madison Square Garden show is going to be a throwback. It's going to be Saturday night's main event. WWE is bringing back Saturday night's main event. If you're an old school wrestling fan,
I mean, hey,
you know
Saturday
what
is
Saturday
the
night main event
event.
was. That's where Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant, where Hulk Hogan was in the ugly blue steel cage with the with King Kong Bundy with the broken ribs. It's where the very first ever Royal Rumble took place. Big John Studd winning. Or I'm sorry, Big John Studd winning the first one. Classic things. Yes.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan winning.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan won a house show Rumble, not one on Saturday night's main event.
Okay.
If you're going to know your facts, my friend, know your facts. Speaking of knowing facts, let's get back to this lady.
Now
here.
I can hear you guys.
There you
are.
She is in tuned. She is ready to go.
Yes, I could hear you guys now. I could go with my life now.
Shane was being mean. Shane was like, she's just so not tech savvy.
I didn't.
You know what?
Don't touch nothing. Don't touch.
Just because
don't
I
touch
don't look
anything.
like a nerd doesn't mean that I'm not tech savvy.
Hey.
I'm the biggest nerd is on here. Come on now.
No, not for nerd. Not for nothing. No, she don't look like. No, you do not look like a nerd. Not for nothing. Like when you came on camera right now, you literally reminded me of my high school Spanish teacher because she used to have her hair the same exact way.
Wow.
So
I just got back from a long day of shooting.
And
I came home, did what I had to do, take, King Louis out and then shower. And I was like, I always like my hair up for some reason late at night. But I just got, like I said, these new things and they were not working out for me. And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't have an excuse. Like I haven't been drinking all day or partying all day. Maybe I'm a little tired.
Show enough says,
but
welcome
yeah,
back.
I was like, oh, well, thank you so much. But yeah, I was really getting frustrated with myself because I actually hook all this stuff up in my house. So I'm like, how am I not able to figure out this stupid tripod and this stupid thing? But I figure it out. Maybe I should have done a little bit earlier.
So you kicked Louis out.
You're the first. No, I walked him. He's in bed right now. No, Louis I have to, make sure he's taking care of my dog.
Louis is
Team
special,
Louis.
guys. Louis
He
has
is
Louis
very special.
has Louis has a Instagram page that has a shitload of followers.
I
Um,
know.
I was really jealous
More
at
than
one
my
time.
private followers.
I was
Yeah,
really
but
jealous one time because I got like a friend request from this page. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I click on it. I'm like, oh my god, this dog has more followers than I do. What the fuck am I doing wrong?
Oh my
first
god.
of all, be happy because I actually never just ask people like
I
follow
know.
my
I am
dog.
happy.
I mean, people think it's, but we love you. You're fam. So I
Hey,
was like,
I'm
let's
very
do
happy.
this.
I'm very happy.
But
Good
yeah,
looking
I'm
out.
happy I'm back. I was literally like, I don't work out, but I literally felt like I was working out right now, trying to figure out this stuff. But I'm good.
No, that was me earlier. I was having internet issues, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I need to try and fix this right away."
But see, this is the thing. Like I've been using this. I use these gadgets all the time.
That's
So
what
I don't
happened.
understand what happened. But you know what? Let's leave the gadgets thing behind. Let's just go back to the real stuff.
So speaking of real stuff,
I'll make sure to log in and find out what kind of shit you guys were talking about me, especially you
hey,
right there. I see you.
yep, she sees you, Shane. She sees
What?
you.
I didn't say nothing. I'm innocent.
No, Louis isn't a bulldog. What kind of dog is
He's
Louis?
a pit bull. No, pit bull. No, just kidding. He's a no. He acts like he's a pit bull. I swear to God, he does. He's a Yorkie Terrier.
Mm-hmm.
He's 5 pounds of a lot of strength.
5 pounds of fury.
Yeah. He's the most loyal. He's 9 years old. Had him since he was 3 months old,
Oh,
and the most loyal puppy. I call him puppy still because to me he's a
Mhm.
little bowl of love. But when I walk this guy here at the beach, and he sees a pit bull or a boxer, he thinks he's bigger than life. Like it's like a Napoleon complex that he has.
Oh my
Let's
God.
get
Like
real for a second. You don't walk the dog. The dog walks you.
thank you. Yes, and I say that all the time. I'm getting
I have a
walked
standard
today.
poodle. My dog walks me. Trust me. I totally get it.
No, like literally they do. But
Yeah,
yeah, he runs the
drags my ass
household.
along like I'm a fucking doll or something, you know.
That's why I
So
call him King Louis.
let's get to this because I've been wanting to get to this since like we started talking a couple of days ago. I was gonna text you the other night and ask you about this, but what's up with the stunner?
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna get
Yeah, let's talk about
real
that.
with you guys. And you're the first interview or podcast because I've been getting hit up like a lot, and I'm trying to like sound like, oh my god, I'm so but it's
Mhm.
just different. Because we talked about this very like long time. So I've been a wrestling fan for about 30 plus years.
Mhm.
Since I was like 10 years old. Just
She's
a little
like
background.
35, guys.
Undertaker was my favorite of all time. My dad used to walk in the room and be like, in Spanish, you cannot watch that. You get nightmares. The rolling of the eyes, the music, and of course, I'll be like, yes, dad, and then he'll walk away and I'll turn it back on. And to me, like I didn't even need the noise. Like I just in my
Mhm.
head, I knew the music and I knew what was going on. Macho Man Randy Savage is one of my favorites. I always wanted to be like Miss Elizabeth. I'm a little bit of a princess. I like to dress up. I like to get my hair done. But I just love their chemistry and their story. So growing up, as I grew, older and went out, I always been like so infatuated with this whole thing. But never in my life, and I'm gonna tell you right now, did I want it to be in the ring. Not doing a wrestling move ever. I served on everything. And so when New Solution Wrestling contacted me and I'm gonna say honestly, and they know they bugged me, and they're like, first it was a signing. And I was like, I'm good with signings. I've been doing this for 20 years. Let's do the signing, let's do the appearance. And it's in the OC. I have a lot of LA fans. And I was like, why not? We'll do this. And then they were like, well, we did a little homework on you. You like to do like Miss Elizabeth style. How about you get Stan Styles with you and you just walk into the ring and you're on the sideline and, just cheering him on. And I was like, I could do that. I packed my bag.
Mhm.
I packed my cute clothes. Like nothing crazy, you still have to keep it classy. There's children there. Like it's something cute. I've seen so many wrestling TV shows, been to WrestleMania, AWE. Like I was like, I got this, right? I get there and they're like, can you do a stunner? And I was
Oh,
like,
they baited you. They already
Oh my
knew.
God, they
'Cause
got her so good.
They said,
no,
"Oh, we
but
did our
I never
homework on
even
you."
practiced it. No, you know what? I could say no.
Uh-huh.
I could say no. I will tell you
But
no.
but see, here's the
Mhm.
But
thing.
you know
Here's the
what? I
thing.
kind of wanted to do it because in my head
Yep.
I've seen it so many
See?
times. So I was
She's been
already
doing
pumped.
stunners the whole time, and she's like, I get to do it for real now. Fuck yeah.
I'm doing stunners for all my
You?
exes. No, just kidding. I'm kidding.
Man.
So I was like, I honestly, I felt comfortable. They are very good wrestlers. I'm gonna say they were all very professional. Um, it was different because it's after the pandemic. I mean, we're still going through a pandemic, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
things opening up and everybody's trying to get out there again. And yes, I couldn't say no, and I couldn't say no before we went on the ring, and I decided to go with it. I didn't practice. I just seriously just went with it, and I was hoping for the best because like wrestling fans, like any like sports fans too, could be very cruel, very mean. They especially to women. Because some people feel like that we don't belong, especially in my industry. Why are you doing on the ring? And people don't know that we have passions as well. And I have no regrets. I actually had like this whole like energy coming into me. I felt lost. I really wish that I could have done a little bit of this like a Zoom meeting with them and kind of like talk about the script. I feel like I kind of went in blinded because they wanted certain things, and like anything, it is a script, but at the same time it's real. You do get real injuries, you get real stuff. Not that I was gonna get an injury. I'm just saying, like, people think like wrestling is not real. It's real. Just because you get a storyline doesn't mean that you don't get hurt, that you don't stuff like that. So I literally was like so happy that I did it. And I
Right.
put a little cherry, Alexis Amore cherry on top. I think it was cool who they paired me with, or I got paired up with. Would I do it again? No. I will definitely not do it again.
I have a
She said
follow-up
no.
question for that when you finish.
The only reason I say that is because, I feel like wrestling, wrestlers don't get a lot of credit. It's a sport. You have to train. You have to do this. You have to be in the ring constantly. You do get injured, and I like what I do. Would I do a wrestling event again? Absolutely. Would I sign in one event? Yes. Would I definitely stick to the role of Miss Elizabeth next time?
Right.
Yes. You my valet? Yes. But I went with it. It was like one of those things. And do I have no regrets? No, but I just don't think it's for me because I do definitely respect the sport. I respect the people that do this and the time that you put into this to do this. So
let me share something that Stan Styles, the King of Cream, shared.
yes, let's share.
We're gonna share this. Look, this is a.
Oh my God, you got all of us on in one picture again.
Hey, shut up, dude! I did it. I finally did it. Look.
Yeah, you did. I'm
She's
proud
got
of
the
you.
shake weight gimmick right there. Okay,
And
so
I got talked into this moment as I'm walking into the ring.
you were like, "Hey, you want to try
And
this
I'm
real
a
quick?" You're like, "Huh?"
Capricorn. I'm gonna tell you right now, I just gonna need to know a little bit of what I'm doing.
Right.
Because at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I walk into the ring a few times because they told me the match is 7 minutes. I know it could go longer. Okay, let's be honest. But in my head, I'm counting. I know my timeline, so I walk into the ring and I messed up. You don't really see it. I mean, probably if you guys are experts, you will see it. And I was like, oh no, I'm not supposed to be in here yet. But that's because we didn't even talk about it, And I felt like a little bit of an outsider, and just because I am, because I was like, oh, maybe if they wanted me in the ring and to do something like that, they should have told me a little bit. But they're all coming back. Like Arya just had her baby. Like they're all coming back into the mood. So I think it's kind of like riding a bicycle again.
You know, it's funny you say that too, because I had TJ Perkins on my show 2 weeks ago, and him and Arya, they're the parents of the baby. And
yes, I know they're out there.
Arya,
that baby scourge.
Yeah, I know, right? TJ sent me the pictures. I'm like, wow, dude, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, well,
Um,
we're following each other on Instagram now, and I'm like, oh, you're a baby. You just gives me baby
it's
fever.
so
But
cute,
let's be
right?
funny.
Look at us, we're over here gushing over a baby. Um, but yeah, me and TJ talked about it, and I was like, yeah, I literally was just there like last week, and he was like, oh yeah, because it was Aria's first match.
Yeah.
It was her first match back in like since the whole pandemic started, and she was excited, and then they
Of
mentioned you were a
course.
part of it. I'm like, oh, I know her, and then like that's when I text you like, what the hell, you're wrestling? You're like, well, yeah.
No, no. And I did I hesitated to post about it.
Hmm.
One, because social media could be so cruel.
Right.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
is
And
true.
I already get enough heat as it is. A lot of new fans, I will say,
Hmm.
not even old fans, they haven't seen me on Raw, they haven't seen me dressed as Miss Elizabeth, they haven't seen my passion, they haven't seen my restaurant, and it's okay, like you don't have to be like following my tails and everything, but it was just kind of one of those things that people were like, "Are you a wrestler now?" And I was like, "No, my
Right.
girl Trina Mackles is a wrestler. I love
Hmm.
her. Like that. There's certain girls that have made it in that little in between, but you will never truly make it because they will always go back to like what you used to do before. Even though WWE before WWE was so
Yeah.
risque.
Hmm.
When I came to do this event, I packed my little bag. I did my promo stuff. I was very self conscious of like the fact that there's gonna be children there. I cover certain things. I actually take screenshots of like certain posters. I'm not totally crazy, but when it comes to stuff, but I was totally like really like I know what we expect at wrestling events. And
Hmm.
you have
Hmm.
to expect that there's families, there's children, there's this. So, you're cautious of what you wear because at the same time, it is so close, but at the same time, it's not.
Right.
Like the way
Well,
that
I'm
things
gonna
used
tell
to
you
be.
this. I've been wrestling so long, and I'm not gonna date myself, but I've been wrestling so long. I can tell when someone doesn't belong. And look, guys, she
Oh, you're gonna
belongs.
make me blush. Are you gonna make me blush? You are gonna make me blush. I'm also already blushing because of this light.
Watch this, guys. This is where she belongs. Boom.
By God.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciate it.
why she hit a stunner better than half the indie guys I know? Boom. Just saying. Just saying.
By God.
Thank you. I literally I can't. We had no room. I'm gonna be
Hmm.
honest. I feel like I used to be a cheerleader, so I felt like I was back into my cheerleading squats. Like that,
Hmm.
there's no room to breathe. There's no room to like,
Mhm.
and everybody's trying to do the thing. And there's no offense to that, so people please don't be like, oh my god, it's not WWE fucking locker room.
Yeah.
It's like when you play hockey, you're playing for the smaller leagues. You're
So
there
did you
and you
go
bring your
upstairs to the mats up there in
yes,
that little room?
yes, I
It
sure
was so
did.
weird that you can like lean over the side and you can see in the ring, right?
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the
I'm
thing.
leaning
When
on
I
the rail and
got
they're like,
there, they were already setting up. So when
mhm.
they tell me, do you no, they asked me, can you do this stunt? And I was like, and then I was like, can we practice it? And there was no room to practice it. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. I was like,
So
at the
wait,
end
you
of
didn't practice it at all?
no,
That was
Shit.
no.
his first try.
If you guys
Yeah,
are
that was
watching
my
this show
first
and you're
try.
independent wrestlers, you
Wow.
better fucking start practicing your stunners because someone that has
Yep.
never done a stunner before did it
No,
picture perfect.
Right.
I didn't practice
You,
it. That's why I'm like,
you guys should
so
all be embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Shout out to Stan Styles for killing it with that the whipped cream spot
yeah,
though, because
Stan
he took the
Styles was
bump there.
very cool. He actually um he's the one. He's like, can you do, and like I said, I did not sign up for that. Me, it was more like I walk him in, and when they told me that he was the cream,
Whipped cream
king and
guy.
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, oh, here we go, the adult film star with the guy, and then I was like, okay, you know what, I'll go with it as long as it's still classy in a sense.
Hmm.
And then he was really, really sweet, and I didn't meet Arya until we were on the ring. So it was just very like straightforward. I was very lucky that I had a lot of my fans there, and they kept me busy until I went on the well.
Till it was
We
time for
went
your spot.
on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was happy. I brought a dress and I brought like cute little like low heels because I've been to very different events before, but I was gonna feel like I'm not gonna do a stunner in a dress. No, sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
You know,
that probably would have been
yeah,
inappropriate.
yeah. Well, very inappropriate ones. You know, if you want to feel that, I'm sure you could see it somewhere else. You know, there's
Yeah.
children there, there's families there. I was like, I'm gonna. I kept my outfit that I walk into the whole event with the whole time, and it worked out.
Well, I mean, I like I said, you did a good job.
Thank you.
I
I
was gonna give
appreciate
you a
it.
little bit of shit, but I'm not going to now, only because I've already made you turn red like 3 or 4 times on the show, so
You
I'm not gonna
did.
give
I'm
you any more
still
shit.
burning up. Like I'm literally burning up. No, but yes, it was definitely fun. And my a good friend of mine passed away 2 days prior to that, and I was
Sorry to hear
not
that.
gonna do the event at all. I felt like I didn't want to do it, like my heart wasn't there. But then I was like, she wouldn't want me to be there.
Right.
And I'm happy I did it. And maybe she helped me with the stunner. Maybe she helped me land on my butt. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I am thankful that I did it, and I am thankful for everybody that shows support. Bad criticism, good criticism, I'll take it, because again, it's not something. I'm not a professional wrestler. I'm not trying to be a professional wrestler. I love this. I love what wrestling is all about, and I always will. It's in my blood. I have spent money myself. Nothing has come for free to see my favorite wrestlers in matches, and I have no regrets. And I just think that, a lot of people don't see that sometimes with females. Like, they don't see that roles, like, that model and went out. Like, oh, they think that we always want to go to the Louis Vuitton store and Gucci, and we do. But I will take a match with Undertaker or see some of my favorite wrestlers before I even walk into those stores.
So realistically, ladies and gentlemen, what she's saying is she is a true wrestling fan. She's not just one of
Definitely.
those fair weather ones. I know she's gone to like Raw, and I've seen you do some SmackDown stuff. And like,
Yes.
if you follow her on Instagram, you'll see like she's a real person, guys. She likes certain things. You know what I mean?
It's funny because you will see probably more of my cooking and my baking and my stories
Yeah. We gotta
than
talk
you will
about that
see
cooking because
anything else.
we gotta talk about the cooking because I'm trying to get some good
Oh.
food. And every time I come to LA, every time I come to LA, you're like either in fucking
You come to
Peru.
LA, I
Like,
will cook for you. I told you.
bro, don't even tell me that because every time I come, you're like off somewhere else
I'm,
doing some shit.
I know. But you know what? It's just weird because I've been traveling for so long, and I'm not gonna lie. Now that things are opening up, events are opening up. I'm
Mhm.
going to Philly next week. I'll go be in Albuquerque the following week. I'll be in Chicago a week after. I'll be in Nashville, and I am for about that. I am blessed. I downsize. I live by the beach, but there's nothing to me like other cultures, other everything, food. Every single state has different little things that you will love,
Mhm.
and people don't find that. Like, people think, oh, let's just go to the bar. Mind you, I don't mind the bar, but sometimes that little holes in the wall, the mama pops places, especially in the South. Are you kidding me? I'm going to Nashville. Like,
We're gonna talk when we
I'm
get off the
actually
air.
staying 2
I
days.
got some places you need to hit in Nashville. Now, some places are
Well, let
really
me
crazy,
know,
but some
brother,
are
because
really fucking good.
you know that this probably likes to get full. But yes, I love
Hey, I'm a
cooking. I
foodie
cook from
too.
scratch. I like to bake from scratch. I that's just my passion. Like, I love it, and I come up with my own recipes. So you'll see that a lot on my Instagram. But I'm still fine. There's the fun
You,
pages.
it's funny.
Links
It's
on
funny you say
bio.
like you like to cook and bake. Olivia Lovely is a good friend of mine too, and
My
dude,
wifey.
your wifey. She started a like a baking, like a little bakery,
Yes, she
right?
did.
Those dreamy little cupcakes. And I
She makes
remember,
the best Jameson cupcakes.
yes, I was gonna say that, and red velvet cupcake too. She made me a bunch of them one time, and I met her halfway. I was going to do a AOW show in California, and
Hmm.
she she met me, Black G's, and Buddy Highway at a road stop, like a road like a truck stop in the middle of nowhere to give me some cupcakes in the middle of the night. They were
Yeah,
fucking
she's
fire.
really amazing. She's
I was
really
like,
amazing.
no one's
Like,
getting
I
none of this
I
shit.
asked her to make
Nobody does here.
Jameson cupcakes for me because I love Jameson,
Mhm.
and she made me this most like you're not gonna get drunk of them because you're not supposed to, but you're supposed to
Yeah.
keep the flavor of the alcohol of it. Because like I just made like a ricotta sauce the other day with vodka, and you have to keep the taste in it. Like how do you know it's vodka sauce
Exactly.
without
Right.
killing the thing? But it was so good. Wifey is amazingly talented, and I love her. And you know, I'm glad that we're still friends after all these years.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
she's a good person, and she's also involved in. Well, she was also involved in professional wrestling when I met her too. So
I know.
she was managing the tribe. As a matter of fact, she was part of the little group with him in championship wrestling from
Hmm.
Hollywood. So yeah. So what we're gonna do real quick is go to a quick commercial break because we've already been on for like 35 minutes, and sponsors are like, "Yo, where's our plug?" So we're gonna go to a quick
It was
commercial
my
break.
fault. It was my fault. It was my technical difficulties.
You're all good, and we'll be right back with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling podcast, guys.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules.
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We had to go ahead and let Kenny go. Kenny had to do some important
And we had the day one
daddy
overlay.
stuff to do. Oh wow, we have the day one overlay. I totally
It's day
spaced on that
one.
one. It's
Oh
not
my
day
God.
one. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get this Monday Night Raw one in there. There we
Yeah.
go. All right, so we're gonna get into Monday Night Raw real quick. I know
Can
you
we-
probably
can we
didn't watch it.
kinda-
So what are your thoughts on the current state of the WWE right now?
Are you asking me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like AEW came out and it was like a slap in their face.
Yes, it was.
No, and exactly this is how I feel. I feel like when I used to go to WWE and it was always, it felt so homey, like like even in a big place like Staples Center, which is whatever other arena right now, they're changing shit on me.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't
I'm
realize
old
this.
school.
I didn't realize that the sports arena was now just a fucking soccer arena. They had like no roof on it. I was like, what?
It's crazy.
Wow.
So things have changed a lot, but I mean things change with different eras. They do. People have to adjust to a different era and whatnot. But I feel like AEW just fucking like slapped them in the face and was like, "Look, this is who we are, and our balls are big, and you are gonna fucking suck it." That's how
Our
I
boss
feel.
is so cool.
Real
And-
shit.
Fire
but they did just that.
They did.
Did just that.
Yep.
And that's what makes it so funny because like what you're saying is exactly 1000% true.
I was very vulgar on that one, but that's the fucking truth.
One thing you learn about this podcast is after 9:00 we get real crazy. So you're okay, trust me. You ain't gonna get us demonetized. So basically we break it down like this. Raw started out with Brock Lesnar coming out to the ring, basically putting over the fact that him and Roman Reigns are gonna be doing a champion versus champion, title versus
Right.
title. which we
Because-
predicted on this podcast like 3 months ago.
To me, I'm over it, and I love Roman Reigns. You know, I'm a big fan, but I'm over
Acknowledge
it.
Tribal chief.
So, do you acknowledge Roman Reigns as your tribal chief?
You said I'm your favorite.
I got her with this last time. That's why I wanted to do it again. Here,
I know. You know
here,
what?
let-
I'm just gonna.
How
I'm
many
gonna
times
sip
have
my
you made her
tea.
blush now?
I'm
Like
gonna
5
sip my
times?
tea.
here. Let
Five
me
times
do it
blush.
this way. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
So, Alexis Amore, international film star, prolific professional wrestling fan. Do you acknowledge Roman Reigns
Acknowledge.
as your tribal chief?
I won.
It's a little hot in there, isn't it? That's right.
I hate you
Totally
for
just
this.
did it.
I'm gonna poison your food.
No more
I'm gonna
food making.
No, but like to like you just asked me, like I really feel like AEW came in and slapped them in the face, and they might be other companies that eventually they're gonna come out and slap them. It's like adult. Like Vivid was the thing.
Mhm.
Vivid Video was everything, and then Raptors came along and was like, boom.
It's like,
was
like
like,
that
yo.
Batman and Robin slap meme.
Yeah, right. It's like the Spider-Man meme. It's like
Superman punch him in the
right.
face.
Oh my god! Look, Adam Woods right now is fucking sweating like he's sweating right now. He's like, "Fuck, I can't believe it. She still likes Roman Reigns."
She still likes
I
it.
know. Listen,
Oh man!
I met him a few times, and all I could say, he's nothing but a gentleman. And God, he smells so good.
Oh.
Okay, guys, look, I'm gonna tell you. Last time I had her on the show and we talked about Roman Reigns, she had this goofy smile on her face for like 15 minutes, and that's it right there. See, there it is right there. She could not compose herself for like 15
No.
minutes. And I was like, I'm just gonna keep. I was gonna start sending you Roman Reigns
You can-
memes.
And
Right
it's
there.
funny because everybody asked me. I did a little live a few days ago. No,
Mhm.
not a few days ago. Yesterday, and they asked me, who's your celebrity crush, and would you? And people always think, oh my God, because what we do, like we're gonna just throw ourselves. And no, it doesn't work that way. He's married, and people don't need to know everything about my life. But I could be married too. I could be in a relationship. Who you don't know.
That's right. You don't
And I
know.
was like, no, it just doesn't work that way. But when I have met him, he's always been a very gentleman, which I don't expect any less. I could tell you a lot of wrestlers, and I'm not.
Wait,
And then
hold
you got
on one
excited.
second. What are you drinking
They're
right there?
not
You drinking some tea?
gentleman-wise.
Drinking some tea?
What?
Spill that shit. Let's go.
We're not talking about it. I
already
I'm not
know.
even- no, but there's a lot of people that slide into my DM, and they're not like that. And it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure you probably had a good night, and you're like, oh, there goes, so and so. I grew up watching her, like I grew up watching you. And then, I just block it. I don't need that. But
You hear that,
it's
guys?
funny
She will
because
block your shit. You slide in her DM.
oh, I
Block.
have blocked that
Disrespectful
shit
You,
after I take the screenshots of your pictures. So
Ooh, man. That's a podcast in
Damn.
itself right there.
but I'm happy that with whoever I have met so far around, my career and why not, and watching wrestling, that they all been cool. And Roman Reigns has always been cool, always been a gentleman. And yes, he smells good. And when that music comes on, yeah,
Oh,
I'll be
man.
like a little girl in high school. And
So
shit.
were you excited when Roman Reigns wrestled Seth Rollins at the day one of paper? Was it day? No, it was
Royal Rumble.
the Royal Rumble when Seth Rollins came out to the Shield music, wearing the
That was
Shield gear,
surprising.
coming from the crowd.
Besides the Rumble, that was surprising.
That was the best part of the Rumble for me. When he came out, I was like, oh, there's the big pop right there. He
And
came
I
out
didn't get to
fucking-
watch it that day, which sucks. I watched it later. So then sometimes when people are like, why were you online? I'm going to tell you why. Because you all ruin it for me. Because Because then I don't need to watch the match. I already know what's going on because people go crazy, you know?
I watched it even though I got spoiled. I watched it
You know,
anyway.
what's really funny is that because since I started doing the podcast stuff, I'm connected with a bunch of like WWE guys and Impact Wrestling guys and Ring of Honor, so I know what happens before it happens.
Right.
And one day we were doing the podcast, and I was wrestling in LA. I was wrestling in LA. Like,
I
the
remember
day I
I was
text
out of
you.
town. You were
Yeah.
mad at me.
Exactly. That day I text you. I'll say about that. So we did the podcast Wednesday night for SmackDown. I mean for Dynamite.
Wait,
And
I
I was
on
like,
Wednesday now?
it was Wednesday for Dynamite. I was like, so if you guys want to know what happened on SmackDown on Friday, this is what happened. I gave the spoilers because I wasn't going to be there Friday. And this guy messaged me, like my private DM was like, bro, that was so hurtful that you told me what happened. I didn't even watch the show. I'm like,
This is what I just don't log
I'm
in.
sorry.
I know, but you know what? That's just what you get now with social. I mean, it's not your fault. You have to
Well,
do
that was
you.
all my fault. I did that show on purpose, but
Okay, well, you know what? I'll talk to you later about that. But 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 it's like those things like I already know because with the whole pandemic, you know, before I was loyalty like in my on my TV, and then the pandemic comes, and I'm gonna be honest, I think I watched less wrestling since the pandemic than I used to watch before the pandemic. Because before
everyone
I
told
will
you
watch
about
it from my phone and this, and then you get so busy with trying to like pick up the pieces of how like where your life is gonna go through this thing that's going on, you know. And I've been blessed that I had family come over from Peru. So when I'm with family, and how many times I text you, I was like, dude, I am so sorry. I didn't text you back. I was
No,
with
you know,
family.
like
And I'm not lying.
one thing about
I'm the
you is that
chauffeur.
I appreciate the fact that like you look, guys, I'll tell you this. And here's a common misconception about adult entertainers. A lot of people think adult entertainers are out just doing this and that and partying and having orgies and all this other bullshit and just this. That. Look, I know for a fact that this woman spends more time trying to spend time with her family and walking her dog than you will ever believe. So
yeah, a lot of people think because I have a really upbeat like vibe. And I think that's what helps me when I do appearances. And I'm sure that when you guys do appearances, you have to have a vibe. You know, you can't just do an appearance and be like that person that sits in the background and be like, here's a signature. Hi, what's your name? Like, you know, you have to be like people friendly because you get a little bit of everything. Absolutely. So I
I think you're one
appreciate
of the
that.
most outgoing people that I know. Like, and you're like you're one of the most like what am I trying to say here? Real people. Like
Thank
in the
you.
industry that we're in. And I say
Yes,
we're in
that's a
because
lot of
your
work.
industry is the same as like our
Oh,
industry.
absolutely.
People they look at you, and I've had people like say, "Oh man, like you know this," and I've had girls like throw themselves at me and trying to get into a relationship with the character that I play, not the person that I am. And a lot of people will try to get with you because of the person that you portray, not the person that you are. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And like some people will be like, "Wow, really? She's like that? Oh God, I can't believe it. She cooks for herself. She ain't always at fucking parties. And
Oh my God, you
well,
will
she does her
be
own fucking
so
laundry. Like you know,
funny.
What?
Yes. When
How
I
dare
post
she?
that on my Twitter and I'll be like, I'm about look, I'm about to do laundry. I'll show you my laundry. And I'll be like, I'm doing laundry. And they're like, you don't have maids?
right?
You don't have a cook? And I'm
You
thinking
don't live in
like,
a mansion.
no, and somebody made fun of me because I actually downsized from my big house, but you have to live closer to the beach. And I don't have to explain anything to anybody.
Exactly.
I probably pay more for your than you pay for your mortgage for your 5 bedrooms.
That's a
But
lot.
that's not the point.
That's
The point is
insane.
like I'm doing me. And I remember I was just posting the video. You know, I love my little place. You know, it's where I want to be. And this guy was like, well, I guess selling is not doing good for you because you have to move where you move. I'm not gonna put in the blanks. Just
Does that
think about
motherfucker not
like,
know like you live like at the beach?
well, it doesn't even matter. To be honest with you, I live in California. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I live in California. People are moving out of California. But it's just really, like I said, social media could be so cruel.
Yes.
And, you know, you have to really build a thick skin to be able to sometimes post things. I notice a lot of models and even male and females, they block their comments. They just
I do
post
too.
for a reason.
I started doing that. On my TikTok. I just like,
Yeah.
I had someone say something, and a woman that I was in a relationship with was like, "That's so fucking fucked up that she would say something like that. Like, why would she say that knowing that you're in a relationship?" And I'm like, you know what? Block that content. They can't comment
Yeah,
anymore.
it's better to do it that way. And sometimes when you block them, they get mad and they open another page, another page, and another
Oh
page,
yeah,
and another page.
I've been stalked
It's
like
just
that, even
like,
on this
dude, is that your
podcast,
full-time job? Like,
right?
what else
Like,
do
do you
you do
not have
for
a
work?
fucking life? It happens a lot more than you
social
believe.
media,
Trust
and I
me.
love it. It does. But with that being said, because I'm probably gonna get all these people saying that, well, you know what you got yourself into. Yeah, I did, but so do you.
Exactly.
Like, what makes you think you could wake up every morning and talk down to somebody? Or like she doesn't know about wrestling enough, or she probably did all these wrestlers, and it's like that is actually goes over my shoulder, and I'm like, whatever.
And ladies and gentlemen, the funny thing about that is this: she knows a lot more about wrestling than you know. Like when I was telling someone I was having you on the show, and they were like, "Oh, she's just a porn star," and I'm like, "But she knows a lot more about wrestling than you probably will ever know."
She
And
did
this
a
is someone in the
stunner
business.
for the first time. Perfect.
This is someone in the business,
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah. So I literally just sent that guy the video of you putting doing the stunner, and it's so funny because the guy that I sent it to, it's his finisher. So my comment to him was, "You should be ashamed of yourself. The girl you just degraded as a porn star is a better worker than you are."
thank
Yeah,
you for that.
that's why he can go fuck
You
himself.
don't have to, like, trolls are gonna be trolls, and
Yep,
like I
there's a bunch of
said,
them.
there's a bunch of them, and there's more than we want them to be. To be honest, sometimes you get 80% trolls, and you get the other percent, like you get the 20% that's really like they care about you. But like I said, when I did it, it did take me a few days. I'm not gonna lie. I am human to post it. I posted it a week later because I didn't know how the
It was
reaction was
good.
gonna be. Even though it was awesome reaction from my stories, but I was like, you know what? Why do I have to prove to anybody? I did
You
it. I
don't.
have fun, and that's all I care about.
And
And
you know
quite
what?
honestly,
Having
I
fun is
walk
all
out of there
that
with a
matters.
smile.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
So, what like you people ask and they've been asking, and you're the first podcast that I done since then because I feel like I owe it to you because I always give you such a hard time. And I was like, no,
she's
we're
so
gonna
mean to
talk
me,
about this.
everybody.
No, I
No,
am
I'm just
not.
playing.
I am not. I'm very hard to get a hold of, but we talked about it, and
But you always call me back,
and
so that's all good.
yes, well, you are my friend too, and
It may be a week
you
or two
know.
later, but you still get back to me. It's all good.
Shut up. It's not that bad. I'm like, it's getting like I'm blushing so hard, like ooh, like even the hair's going to shit. But I really had a really good experience, and I'm all smiles. Yes, absolutely. I think that, did I do good? Did I do bad? It doesn't matter because I'm not trying to be a professional wrestler. I went with my gut. I had a good time. I had good people, around me that kind of walked me through it in a sense. I wish I could have done more, but it's an experience that if I do something again in the future, not on the ring like that, but coming on, I know that I need to have more communication so I could feel more comfortable with myself.
Well, I think I
Um,
got your next booking for you.
no, well, we
The
need to talk about it off the
same building, same building.
and I had a really good time. I cannot lie, I had so many fans came through, and I'm not saying that I'm a huge like but I was busy till nighttime, and I had one of my great followers from all time. She's gonna get my lips tattoo on her.
Wow.
Like, yeah, like I had so many people that came through from like old school Alexis Amore to new school Alexis Amore. So thank you guys for doing that because it makes us talent feel very happy of what we're doing, and
Yep.
we want to continue doing what we're doing because of your love and your support, especially going through the times that we're going through right now.
Yeah, it's like I was telling Shane earlier. So my brother, his biological dad passed away at 12:45 a.m. this morning.
Oh my
So
gosh,
I
I'm
literally
so
haven't had
sorry.
any sleep. um,
But you're a freakier need of like the world like me. Like you just
Yeah.
have so much energy. I don't get it. Like sometimes I'm like, God, you're worse than me.
You know what's funny? It's like I will travel. I will wrestle, like, let's say in Tennessee, and then I'll fly home. I'll wrestle Tennessee Saturday, fly home Sunday, do my own show Sunday,
Yeah, you know
go
that.
home at like
Yeah.
1 a.m., get up at 4 and go to work and be full of energy.
Dedicated.
And people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you,
Yeah.
man? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like I've been wrestling so
Dedicated.
long that my body's just like
That's the
4 hours of
thing.
sleep, you're good.
But you know what? You get used to it in this business. A lot of people they ask me, "What are you doing up at 2, 3 o'clock?" Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm gonna go to Nashville, for instance, or New York. My show is at 1 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning. I don't get back to my hotel room until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I live in Pacific Coast time, and your body don't have I don't have a clock. I have a schedule. And that's what my schedule goes by. My clock is not what you guys look at. Like
Yeah.
people will be like, your watch is not working. I don't carry batteries in my watch. I just wear them because they look cute. I swear,
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
seriously, is it true?
You're
All I
finding out a whole
carry
bunch
is
of shit,
my
ladies and
phone.
gentlemen. She's like, I don't wear a watch for this. I wear it for the aesthetics.
I just wear it because they have diamonds in there, or they're cute. Or I have my
Oh my
Ellie Keys
God.
watch the other day, and my friends that were with me, they were like, "Your watch is off," and I was like, "No, but my phone is cool."
Right.
I don't, Alexa's my best friend. Siri is my best friend. They tell me when to wake up, when to go, when to be the places. I don't, right now, buying Rolex will be stupid, because I'm just going to buy it for the diamonds. I don't even need to work.
Man.
So that's just the reality of things in my life.
So Shane, did you have any questions you want to ask?
All I'm just gonna say, hey, as long as you're having fun doing it, that's all that matters, mainly.
Yeah, true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that you, at this point in life, you just need to be happy with yourself. There's so many things that people are being hit with in the last few years.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more things that we had before, but this is like a global thing now. And just do you and be respectful to other people around you. That's the main thing. Like, don't go and judge people. If you want to live in the box and just think that you're never gonna get COVID because you're staying in your apartment, then congratulations. There's, you have to live your life, and as long as other people are being respectful, then you should be respectful towards them.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the truest statement you'll hear on this podcast.
Yeah.
So getting back to Raw, the Alpha Academy versus Street Profits, really decent match. I don't understand why they dropped the Street Profits out so bad. Montez Ford is one of the most exciting athletes in the whole
like
roster.
the 57th week this happened of this match.
Like the difference between, and I say this every week, the difference between AEW and WWE is that AEW, you never know what the fuck is going to happen. WWE,
It's true.
I can literally sit here and tell you who's winning the match before it even happens. And then when it happens, you're like, how'd you know? Well, because this 50-50 booking. Next week, this guy's going to win. There's no excitement.
It's so beyond scripted at this point, because I think they're trying. This is what I think. They're trying so hard. When I went to my last WWE show, I was like, why are you even doing all this? The fans don't want to see this. The fans want to see the match.
Yeah.
Like you're bringing this person and that person. Yeah.
You have 2 hours of promos or 2 hours of
2 hours of promos and only like 5 to 4 matches.
Like, let's see.
I don't even eat McDonald's. I walk out of there and I'm like, I make all the way up just to eat McDonald's. Okay, I need some fries in my life. I need like the salt and the sugar, and why not?
Right.
Because it just becomes too overwhelming. But people have to go to work sometimes. When you go to a Raw event, how long are you there?
If I was just sitting and just staring at the big old jumbotron.
I remember.
Yeah.
I worked backstage. I was an extra at a Raw taping, and I got there. The call time was 12:30. Raw started at 5 o'clock.
Yes,
it was Raw. It was Raw. Then it was main event. Then it was 205 live. Then it was,
Superstars.
No. It was another one of those. It was like a tape for Hulu.
Oh, Hulu.
Right. So there's like 4 fucking shows, and literally, I left the Rose Garden or the Moda Center, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
At like 12:30 at night.
Yeah.
I literally spent a whole work day and a half,
It's a
Out of
whole
there.
it's in plus.
and they were like,
Because
"You can't leave."
sometimes you're just lounging. You're in the
Yeah,
back and where all the food is. Because
the whole
I've been
gimmick about being in
in the
catering
back.
is true. Like I sat in
Yes,
catering like fucking 8 hours.
yes, yeah. I sat out back there too, and I'm not even a wrestler.
Exactly.
I
So you
sat
know what
back
I'm
there and I
talking
was,
about.
oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I decided to take pictures and do my pictures here, do my own promo. I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with Raw. Please, Raw, do not stop inviting me. But
She's like, I ain't trying to fuck off my tickets.
no, I actually pay for
Wow.
a lot of my tickets. I will pay for 95% of my tickets. But that's because my passion is there.
Mhm.
Just like hockey. I paid for my tickets. I was there when I paid, Stanley Cup
We need to go
tickets.
to a
I was
Kings
there
game.
both times. I paid for it.
We need to go to a Kings game.
Let me know. I'll
I'm all
talk to
about
my
that
boy
life.
George at High Lounge.
Yep,
But
yep. See,
yes,
there
I
it
mean,
is.
Wow,
when
getting the hookup.
when you're when you're a good wrestling fan, or you good, like I'm not gonna wait for my host or when they invite me. I'll just buy
Right.
the tickets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And sometimes you get upgrades, sometimes you don't. Hey, listen, it depends. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. I have paid for I would say 90% of my tickets, and I have no regrets on that because I love it. And plus, you support the sport, right?
Yep.
Like
You
you
support the boys.
support, you
Always
support
supported.
it. It's all about supporting. Like I'm just
Yep.
not gonna. I don't want to go there and take selfies the whole time. Like I'm watching the matches,
Like I'm over here taking
and
selfies.
but it's just one of those things that when you said that yes, I was there backstage once, and they asked me as a guest to be there at 3 p.m. It doesn't start till 10. And I
It's
mean,
a
I'm sorry,
fucking work
5.
day,
And
man.
then it works until 10:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I don't know how the wrestlers do it, but as a fan, I'm like, where's my B12 my B12 shot? Because I need the energy right
I
now
don't know
to
how.
go through this day.
Honestly, it's crazy. Like I literally sat there one night, and I'm like, dude, I've been here all fucking day long, and
Like how?
the segment they used this for was like 2 minutes. I was like, really,
2 minute
120
segment.
seconds is what it took for me to be here for 12
I had to
hours
push it
today.
back.
Ridiculous.
Oh
I
man.
remember somebody was asking me a few days ago, and I'm gonna leave you guys with this one because I have a photo shoot in the morning. But somebody asked me, "How do you feel about the woman wrestling?" So it's gonna get real because I'm gonna be honest with you. I love the woman wrestling, but I don't love it. I felt like it was just too much. And I'm talking about like way before the pandemic, right? Like when the Bella twins were around. And I love the wrestling with women, but for some reason I was so tired already being there. By that time, I just run to McDonald's up the stairs from my seats and just get some fries. And I don't eat junk food. But then later on, I felt to appreciate the woman wrestling. I did more than before. Growing up, I always watch, like I said, Undertaker, Macho Man Randy Savage, Scott Hall, Jericho. Like, yes, growing up, you just watch certain wrestlers. But, then I was like, Charlotte is great. I mean, I look AJ, like, she was my favorite. Because I'm like the beach girl, and she used to dress in chucks and like the shorts, and like I loved her. But then you just grow to be like, oh, okay, you know what? They're kind of feel like a little like me, like underappreciated because we're women. And I was like, maybe I should look into this a little bit more. And so I didn't really appreciate women wrestling probably in like until 3 to 4 years ago that I really, really got into it. That I could be like, you know what, I like it. This is cool. Like, but it wasn't because it was boring to me. It was because it was different for me growing up. If you guys get what I mean.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
When you were growing up like me, it was like gorgeous ladies of wrestling. It wasn't like
Right.
fucking Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair or
Right.
truly athletic women. Even though like some of the Glow Girls, like some of the Glow Girls were fucking amazing. Like
Oh, I
I
know.
trained with most of those Glow Girls. Um, and those girls, they're better than some of the dudes.
I don't even want to, I don't hope they don't take this offensively if they see me and they no, but no, they always been so great. No, they always been so great. And, our close friend that I know for a while, that, how we got introduced, he's always introduced me to really good, amazing women. Again, it was nothing that it had to do with like, oh, I'm all about supporting women, especially women. But I don't think I ever put the time to learn woman wrestling like I did with men wrestling growing up. So I hands down to them, for what they do, because they put a lot of work. And yeah, I wish, that, I don't wish, I hope that when I go to events or more events that I see more of that, because it's a learning experience, and maybe I'll learn a little something for the next time I go in the ring. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go.
See, there you go.
That was
There
a
you
joke.
go.
That was a joke.
You're already planning your next match. I already told you I got you booked already. You don't even know it yet. You're gonna be like, what the hell?
But make sure I don't land on my butt again. But that was great. Well, I'm gonna let you go, guys. It was a pleasure. Thanks for
Awesome
putting up
having
with
you.
my my gadget problems and my crazy energy.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome on
Yeah.
this show, regardless of your technology,
I'm
your
gonna
tech
stick to my old
savviness.
school iPad. Like, obviously everything else is just gone to shit.
I thought you were on the iPad at first. I was like, that's why I was making fun of
No,
Apple
I
products.
was
I'm
on my
like,
Hey.
phone.
Like I just said, you're not a real streamer as long as you have technology issues.
oh yeah,
Right. No,
yeah,
and I
for
have
sure.
everything set up, but then maybe I should have listened to you when you told me to come in a little earlier. Oh, my bad.
Hey, I'm just saying, you were in it faster than me. I had to go to the T-Mobile store real quick. I was like,
Oh, do you have see? And I had to turn off for some reason all my devices were on my AirPod. That's why I had to like disconnect, turn everything off, and reconnect my AirPods. Because I was like, nobody wants to hear me. I mean, my neighbors.
neighbors were like, turn that shit down.
No, they love it. They love it. Walls. We have a balcony right here. So
Yeah.
the next day, one of my neighbors, he's great, and he'll be like, "Oh, you love wrestling?" And I was like, "What else did you hear?"
She saw, what else did you hear? I
I'm
heard
asking for a
all that
friend.
bumping around. Like, shut up.
This is the
No.
problem when you get a really cute place by the beach.
Nosy neighbors.
Yeah, I think they figured out a long time ago who Alexis is, so we're all good. There's lots of cameras in this building, and I have a lot of
Wow.
good friends that have muscles, so they should
Wow.
be scared. No, just kidding.
Yep. There it is. There it is.
Well, thank you so much, guys. I can't wait till the next time. And you guys got the exclusive on my little thing, and I can thank you guys enough for having me. But also, yes, I cannot wait to do more wrestling events in the future. But I am not jumping on the ring like that.
You're
That's
not
not
gonna get
gonna
nobody else
happen.
a stunner. Okay.
Nobody else is stunner.
I don't know.
I got you.
I mean, you can do a rock bottom.
That's true. Well, we'll
True
see.
statement.
But definitely this is not a change of of careers. So let's keep it how it is.
You're funny. Anyway, I will be talking to you soon. I will go
Yes,
ahead
babe.
and before I go, let me do this real quick. Let me tell the people where they can find you. Let them know where they can find you without being creepy, guys. Don't be creepy.
I'm a classy lady.
That's right.
You can find
Don't
me
be-
at
don't be creepy.
AlexisAmore.club. Very easy. All my links are there.
All her links.
AlexisAmore.club.
Damn it! I can't find. You know what? I downloaded. See, I had like all your links on the thing too. Like
Can't
literally,
find
I can't find it now. I have like 100 little things here, and like I can't find the link that had all the links to it, which you sent me the other day.
All the links that I sent you. Yes,
All the links.
Which is the
like,
same one, but that's the same one. It's
I can find this one.
AlexisAmore.club.
I can find
That is on my Twitter. Yes. Do not go
Tweet,
that.
tweet.
Do not go that on Instagram, because they will ask you for money, and I don't know who that is. And I think it's a child that took my IG. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
IG is crazy about ripping off people. So
Funny thing about that, my friend was actually hacked from his Instagram account, and he told the hacker just like to f off his Instagram account, and literally did. Like the hacker was like, "Okay, I'll delete it."
Hey, but on the flip
Oh
side,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, to be honest, the best place to find me is AlexisAmore.club. That's how my name is spelled, and then you'll find my actual Instagram, actual Twitter, actual fan page, actual YouTube channel, and all that good stuff.
so guys, if you get contacted by her and the person is asking you for your vehicle
For money?
warranty, it's not
Don't
right.
do it.
Yeah. Or if you say, "Oh my God, thank you for joining. You're so cute. Send me $1,000. I'm gonna meet you." No, that's not me.
I wonder how many people were like, "Shit, here's my Visa number." Like,
You're
There's
like,
so
"Here's the
many.
number."
There's so many. I got in messages, people like literally threatening my life when I'm like constantly on, I'm constantly posting, and I'm like, what is it that you don't understand? And they're like, well, you said you private message me.
That was not
Another
me.
red flag.
did you see the episode of Raw where the guy ran out and attacked Seth Rollins?
Oh my god.
No.
Okay, so this
Yeah, that
fucking
I'm
happened.
guy,
sorry.
this
He was
guy
mentally ill.
fucking jumped. Like, it was so crazy because it was like
Oh no, yes, I did. When he was
the
coming
guy,
out, yes.
yeah,
Okay.
the guy came
Yeah.
out of nowhere and he fucking spears the guy. He gave a better spear than Goldberg. He spears the guy. And Seth Rollins was beating the guy's ass. Well, the whole story behind that was the guy had been talking to Seth Rollins for like weeks, and I guess Seth Rollins was like, "Yo, man, I can teach you how to wrestle in my school in Des Moines, Iowa. All you gotta do is send me $3,000, and you're
That sounds like
enrolled."
a hack message.
Well, the dude was like, "Shit, okay." And the dude sent him. First and foremost, let me tell you this:
He
if
floored
I
me.
tell you, Alexis, this is what I want you to do. I want you to send me $3,000 to this bank account with my name. You gotta be the dumbest motherfucker on earth to give someone your real name, your real account number, and not expect to get in trouble.
Well, and not only that, like I have certain secure pages
Mhm.
to be a member, or see my appearance, or like I'm doing this like dinner. We have security guards. It's not like a private thing, like a dinner with like several fans. We're gonna pick around 6 fans, but I always say we're gonna have security. This is not a private meet and greet. We could talk about everything we're talking about in a private setting. There's not gonna be no social media, no cameras. You guys are allowed to use your camera, take some pictures, and why not? But nobody's charging that kind of money. Like, one is because you have to be secure. And then when they're talking, yes, I have an accent, but people send me screenshots, right? And then that is you because you speak like that. And I was like, I don't write like that. My language is not like that. Like my Spanish is not like that. So yeah, do I speak like that and it translates in your head like that? Maybe. But papi is PAPI. Like they write and doing. And I don't feel. I just feel it's very sad to know that people will go to those lengths to steal from people.
Yeah, I don't
Ridiculous.
get why people do that at all.
And then they get mad at you when I constantly write on my page. I don't answer DMs on Instagram. I don't
I
answer
don't
DMs
ask
on
you for
Twitter.
money.
No, if you want,
Yeah.
if you go on my private on my super fan page, then it's different. That is me. That's
Yeah.
where I put my time. But
Okay,
if
so you
imagine
guys
if I
hear
open
this, ladies and
every
gentlemen? She ain't gonna be fucking answering you on Snapchat. Or
no,
she
no,
sent me a bunch of Snapchats. That's not gonna happen, dude. Okay.
dude, I'm gonna
No.
send you some pictures from somebody, and you're gonna be like, whoa. Later on, not today,
Okay.
but later on.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's funny because it is, and listen, I'm not no Jenna Jameson, but there's a lot of girls that are doing quite well, and why not? And people are getting scammed.
Oh yeah.
And I get the feeling that you might think that but just be like logical. Let's just be a little smart on this.
Well, and here's the
That's
thing
all.
about that. You're saying be a little smart about it, but there are some people. Okay, my mom used to say this to me all the time, and it didn't really resonate to me until I became a public figure.
Mhm.
Common sense
Yes.
isn't all that fucking common. Okay.
Then,
Always
yeah.
gotta have
So,
confidence.
so let me translate that for the people who don't understand what I'm saying. Sometimes
common
people
sense?
don't
I
have
don't know.
any fucking sense. Okay.
What
Just
is
think
it?
about it like
No.
that.
There's somebody that sent me a message when I was in Peru, and this pieces of
Shit. You can say
caca,
it.
they send a message to these fans, right? They open a page, and mind you, mine is Princess underscore Alexis Amore, nothing else. They will skip an A, they will skip an S. So if you read it, if you just read it, you'll think it's my actual name. And they're opening pages like that on Instagram, right? And they send a message to one of my good fans that knows, like, he's been a fan for 15 years, saying that I'm in trouble in Peru and I'm in jail and I need $5,000.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so on Instagram one time I got a message
Yes.
from you, and it was really weird. And I was like, well, that's not her. And then I text you, and you were
We're
like,
friends.
I don't know why you would say that. And I was like, oh,
No.
I didn't think so. So then I start conversating with the person again. And then I reported it. And then like the next day you posted, can someone please report this guy? And I'm like, all right, got you. Don't trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, and it's the craziest thing. So I'm like a little sore for my shoot, but it's what's crazy because this is a really good fan. Like I would say, one of my VIP fans, and he's known forever. And I do have a text message thing that you could actually text me personally, like it's me. So he messaged me on my text, and he was like, "Are you okay? First of all, if I'm in a Peruvian prison, you're either gonna give me a bunch of like calls out."
And how do you have
I mean,
cell phone in prison?
Once
I'm
again,
just asking.
common sense.
Hey,
man.
you know what? If there's a person that actually lets you have cell phones in prison,
Look,
that's pretty
They
cool.
do.
I'm
If
in
I'm a
jail.
narco, maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'm that special.
If I'm in jail, I'm not sending nobody a fucking text. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in
Like,
prison.
I'm in
Can
jail. I'm
you
in problems. I'm in Peru. I need $5,000.
hashtag bail me out?
Did he send the $5,000 to that
Dude.
person?
No, he didn't.
Thank God.
He was like, "You're a piece of shit, fake." He messaged me the information and everything,
Mhm.
but there's nothing I could do. Unfortunately, there's not. Once I close one, or ask people to close one, there's another 10 being made. I feel like it's a circle. You know what I mean? It's like a little like scammer circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they try to make our page go away. So I've been getting tagged lately for things that I post that is like vanilla, because I'm pretty vanilla. And they will be like, "Oh, you broke the rules and regulation of IG." And I was like, what did I do?
Like, what did I do?
No, seriously. And I'm like, I haven't done, I'm like the most vanilla person, one of the most vanilla, not the most, on IG. But it goes to show you that they're out to get you, and that people are desperate in a very wrong way. Right? I believe in karma. So
It is. And she's a bitch. She
Yes.
will get you.
yeah, but okay, I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for having me.
Always.
And again, love ya. You're awesome.
And you know what?
It's so
I'm gonna
nice
go
to
ahead
meet
and
you, Husky518.
Yeah, those are all of my social medias too. So it's not that hard to find.
I will
Shane.
follow you.
Shane, I'm proud of you for being a good boy.
Thank you.
Shit. We'll meet one day, Shane.
Ooh, she's
Cool.
calling you out, bro. She could hit you with that whipped cream stunner.
You know what? I'd sell it. I would.
And ladies and gentlemen, that has been Alexis Amore, and we will be right back with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
Drive me insane! I'll be drilled on lanes, I've been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! I'll be drilled on lanes, I've been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! I'll be
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington. where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back with
We
more
are
of the
back.
Roundtable Wrestling Podcast. That was a lovely Alexis Amore, friend of the channel, pretty good person, as you guys can tell.
Yeah.
But before me and Shane take off, I want to go ahead and run some of these numbers real quick by you. Raw Tag Team Champions, the Alpha Academy defeat the Street Profits. Pretty easy match back and forth. It was actually a good match. The Dirty Dogs take on Tommaso Ciampa and a mystery partner who turns out to be none other than the Prince himself, Finn Balor. Finn Balor, Tommaso Ciampa defeat the Dirty Dogs. Tomorrow night on NXT, Tommaso Ciampa takes on the one, the only Dolph Ziggler. Should be a really good match. They put over the fact that the commentary is stupid because they were like, this is the first time that Tommaso Ciampa has been on the main roster when he has been on the like 3 fucking times on
He's
Raw.
had a tag team match with Johnny Gargano.
They
a
beat
couple
the
years
tag
back.
champions on Raw twice.
Yeah.
So obviously the ring announcer,
That's like saying the Universal Champion has been around for 35 years.
Exactly. They're fucking stupid. You know,
Man.
Mr. McMahon is shouting stuff into their ears and they're not listening.
And I thought I don't know that.
Steiner mouth, apparently.
Right.
So I mean, you know, this whole show was pretty much top to bottom crazy. Then you get the Miz with Miz TV in the ring with the Miz's new partner. Okay, now I said this on Twitter. If it was this guy, I was gonna be like, "Fucking, I'm done." The Cody Rhodes,
he was trolling.
They trolled
hard.
Cody Rhodes really well, saying stuff like he's dashing and
he's self-made Hollywood star.
He's from a family of fighters and all this other bullshit. So they're
one royal family.
Yeah, you know, there's more than one royal family. You know, all that other bullshit. So they honestly, I think and here's my personal opinion: Cody Rhodes is staying with AEW.
So you do think it's a work, huh?
I still think it's not. I don't think it's a work. I think that Cody's going to re-sign with AEW. Then we had Rhea Ripley versus Nikki ASH, almost superhero Nikki Ash. Once again, this match is getting so old. It's almost as old as the fucking Veer Mahan coming soon vignettes.
He's going to come.
So Nikki obviously loses the match again, and I just don't get why the WWE is rehashing the same matches over and over and over. Oh, I know why. Because they fired 90% of their roster.
Yeah, they did. And people were like, well, they deserve it. No, they didn't deserve to get fired. What the hell are you talking about?
So Miz brings out his mystery partner, Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio are in the ring, and he brings out his mystery partner, Jake fucking Paul. So, like I predicted the other day, Jake Paul and The Miz versus Rey Mysterio and Dom Mysterio at WrestleMania.
Can I say something about that? Like, sure. Why are we having 2 freaking celebrity matches at WrestleMania?
Oh, there's gonna be more.
I get it. One celebrity. All right, I can understand that. 2 celebrities.
Let's talk about celebrity matches. What celebrity matches are you talking about?
Well, one, they're probably going to do Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn for the title.
That's the Intercontinental Championship match, ladies and gentlemen. The title that the WWE buried and put under the rug for 6 months while Nakamura was champion. This is now an entertainment title.
Oh yeah. And someone actually said it's going to be a good match. If you actually think that, you're crazy.
WWE stands.
Yeah.
And a match that I really was not happy about. You had the United States champion, Damian Priest, taking on the gold standard Shelton Benjamin with, of course, his tag team partner, at ringside, Cedric Alexander, and
Shelton did pretty good.
Shelton is way better than this.
Yeah,
better than this.
he did not deserve to lose tonight. There
I
is
don't-
no absolute reason. that
I
he
don't like the
deserved
way
to
they're
lose.
booking Shelton right now because Shelton should have won that match. Shelton's
Definitely,
such a talented individual, man. It's ridiculous.
he should have won.
But Damian Priest wins the match, and Damian Priest gets on the mic and he's like, "I want a challenge. I want to fight a real man," and all this other fucking stupid shit, right? So he puts over the challenge, and lo and behold, Finn Balor comes out. So we're gonna see Finn Balor
Finger bang.
challenging for the United States Championship next week on Raw.
And whole Finn Balor takes off that title off of Priest.
I think that Finn Balor,
Whew.
I think Priest is gonna get disqualified. He's gonna go crazy, and we're gonna see the Demon at WrestleMania versus Finn Balor.
Please.
I mean, versus
I want Priest to get squashed by the Demon Balor.
I hope they do that. I hope they don't screw the Demon like they did with Roman.
Like they did
top
with
rope
Bobby
breaking.
Lashley and the Demon Balor on that Mania.
Yeah. So then we see Reggie, the 24/7 champion, which was the funniest part of the thing for me because
Simp.
you know he lays on the ground and tells
Okay,
Dana Brooke,
Pimmy, come
go
on.
ahead, Pimmy. 1, 2, he kicks out.
Ah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm just playing. Okay, one more. And she goes on top of him again. 1, 2, he kicks out again. And he's like, I'm just playing. He goes on again, and then she jumps on top of him and she straddles him and starts kissing him.
There you go.
And 1, 2, 3, he came up with all her foundation on his face. Funny as shit. She's the 24/7 champion again. Now he started protecting her once again. So Shane's right, simp.
Simp.
Start protecting her once again. I gotta say this, man. Women, I appreciate you.
Mhm.
You're better than men for 3 reasons. 1, you can bring life to this world.
Yes.
We can't have babies. I
No.
salute you.
If
2,
men can have babies, I don't know how that would work. Yeah.
2, if I get cut and I bleed for 5 minutes, I'm mad. Women bleed for 7 days and don't die. Dude, queens.
Yep.
You are the fucking God. You're the next thing next to God.
Yes.
And the third and final thing, if I put on a pair of high heels, I would fall over and break my foot. Dana Brooke did a 100-yard dash in stiletto heels running.
I don't know how she could do it without tripping.
I don't know, but shout out to Dana Brooke because
She
my
must
fat ass, I
have
cannot do
worn
that.
high heels all her life to like practice
Bro,
that. Mhm.
I'm just saying, she fucking was booking it. I
Yeah.
couldn't do that. Shout out to that. Told you, man. Women rule this world, and we're just in it. So then we get to Bianca Belair and Doudrop. Piper Niven. First, Bianca Belair is in the ring, and she's talking about how she won at the Elimination Chamber. She's going to WrestleMania, and of course, Becky comes out, and Becky tells her she hasn't lost the belt in 3 years, and Becky puts over the fact that yes, she's been a champion, and because of people like her is the reason why the women's division is on point. Bianca basically says, Bianca puts over everyone that was in the chamber first and foremost, which is what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
So Belair is going to get her shot at the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania, but she ends up taking on Doudrop or Piper Niven, and it was a pretty decent match. Bianca Belair wins the match. After the match, Bianca stands tall. She laughs. The music plays, and she just plays at the end. Lynch stands at the top of the announce
Bianca
table.
better be winning all of her matches towards
Yeah,
Mania.
she better hit that KOD on everybody. Just saying.
Everybody. Just don't give a crap and have a big major brawl before Mania.
Well, I mean, Mania is actually shaping up to be a pretty decent show.
Besides the celebrities, taking the spot.
I don't think the Intercontinental Championship should be defended against a celebrity. What about all the guys in the locker room?
That's what I've been saying, but you know what they told me? Oh, we're just going to be an entertaining match. No, it's not.
Yeah,
There's
as
more
a
people
professional
deserving.
wrestler, I take
Forget
offense
the
to the
stunt
fact
man.
that they think this is going to be a good match. And like that to me,
That's
Randy
killing
Orton,
your Intercontinental Champion. I'm sorry, but you're stupid.
Edge
for
comes out.
wanting to like that match. Yeah.
Edge comes out, basically calls off the locker room.
Oof.
Says he's Mr. WrestleMania now. He's the new Shawn Michaels. He's Mr. WrestleMania.
True, he is
Kind of. And he said that he needs a phenomenal challenger. So to me, that says AJ Styles.
phenomenal. I see what he did there.
Yeah, it was pretty. I see AJ Styles there. And that's
Which
a match
would be
I
the
would love to
match-
see.
Which
Edge,
match of the night?
Edge versus AJ Styles. I'm take my money. I'm here
Yes.
for that.
Probably the only the few decent matches besides the celebrity matches will be match of the night.
Yeah, well, if Bad Bunny comes as a fucking bunny style, a code bunny as they call him now, because the code red is now a code bunny. Ugh. Yeah.
Gross.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, I come on this show and we talk about wrestling all the time. We talk about how good wrestling is, how bad wrestling is. Sometimes shit like this makes my stomach turn. But then we have a really great match. We have Randy Orton and Riddle taking on the new tag team of Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens.
Are
Kevin
they
Owens
now
and
called
Seth
the
Rollins
best
wins.
friends?
Yeah, the new best friends. If Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins win, they get inserted into a triple threat match for the tag team titles next week.
Which
Kevin
honestly, I'm a little bit looking forward to that match, which could be a pretty good match. But
it might be.
Yeah.
But who's gonna eat the pin? I see Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins winning the tag team belts next week.
And taking the pin will be Riddle.
I think taking the pin will be Randy Orton.
And then Riddle turning heel?
I think Randy Orton taking the pin because of something Riddle does.
Because
and
Riddle
then you have Riddle and Orton at WrestleMania.
Yep.
You have Riddle and Orton at WrestleMania. That's what I see happening.
I'm not ready for those two to break up. I really like our RK Bro. Honestly, it's really entertaining.
Well, and that's the way Raw went off the air. Your new tag team champions are going to be crowned next week. It's going to be a pretty awesome event on Raw next week. I give this Raw a solid 2.5 out of 5.
I gave it an F minus.
Wow. All right.
Because Logan Paul, that's why.
We all knew that was going to happen. Sometimes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you guys know, Julian is on a boat. He's on a boat.
He's being all fancy with the pinky out.
He sent us a picture in our group chat today with him doing his best Baron Corbin.
Hey man, that's a pretty good cosplay right there.
Which was actually pretty damn funny.
So if we see any vignette videos on the cruise ship with Julian, I would watch that.
Exactly. So I'm gonna do Julian's job today, ladies and gentlemen. You can find us on Xfinity TV in Portland area, Wednesdays 9:30 p.m., Channel 11, Xfinity TV and CenturyLink TV. Monday, 10 p.m., Channel 22, Xfinity TV and 8002 CenturyLink TV. Tuesday nights, 9:30 p.m., Channel 23, Xfinity TV and Channel 8003 CenturyLink TV. You can find us every week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday on www.bodyslam.net. That is www.bodyslam.net. It's been a long day and I'm tired. Shane's
tired too.
If you like the hats, t-shirts, and stuff that I wear, you can always find it at 503 Originals. That's www.503originals.com. You can buy hats, t-shirts, all that cool shit. I'd like to thank Shane for joining us again. For our previous guest, Alexis Amore. Also, if you want to listen to us, you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and all other major podcast platforms. Yeah, that was a quick read, wasn't it? Yeah. Usually I would get down and dirty with you guys, but it's been like a long day, and I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. If you want to subscribe to help the people out here at BuySam.net, you can donate to BuySam.net in order to keep the website going so we can continue to give you a wide variety of entertaining sports and professional wrestling along with MMA content. You can simply go to www.slamchats.com. That is www.slamchats.com. Thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your other franchise for Mr. Husky, the man in the chair. We'll see you guys again on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite.